Hello everyone and welcome to the third video on LD darts. Again, I'm going to be working on treble 20s, again because I think one of my biggest weaknesses is a lot of stray darts going into the 1s and the 5s, so I really want to build it into my muscle memory to keep my arm going straight, make sure I'm lining up at the oche the exact same every single time, and build that consistency into my throw. So again, 10 minutes and I'm just going to be doing that, throwing it 20s. I don't care if it's treble, I don't care if it's a double, I just want to get the alignment. Also, if you hear the sound of birds squeaking and cockle-doodle doing, whatever you want to say, it's because I'm in my animal room because we've just moved in and everything's just crammed into this one room, including my dartboard. So yeah, let's get into it. 10 minutes, 20s, let's go. And see, the first two, I could feel the release was wrong. And then as soon as I hit the third one, it felt right. And it's about getting that feeling into my arms so that my muscle memory remembers what a good dart looks like. This is not the only training drill that I work on, but it's usually what I do when I start the session, just to start getting my arms straight. I have already had a warm up, by the way, so people in the comments saying about warming up, I've already done it before this video. Ooh, we're going to get the 180 on stream, the first one live on camera. See, I do feel like my throw is really good, like quite smooth. It's just, I just feel like I need to get rid of the inconsistency. Making sure that I'm lining up on the oche, the same place every time. And that my arm releases the dart at the exact same time, every time. I feel like what I'm doing at the moment is releasing it at completely different times. Another habit I'm trying to get out of as well is I have a tendency that when I'm throwing the dart, I'm reaching for the second. See, I just done it then. I'm reaching for the next dart straight away without doing that and then grabbing the dart. See, that one went into the treble and it just felt so much better, so much more conviction. For those of you that don't know, I started this YouTube channel because I'm tracking my journey to being a professional dart player, being a world-class darts player. Something that I'm very passionate about, so I won't stop until I achieve that goal. I want to enter my first Q school in 2029. So essentially this is just like the training part of building up to that. I'm not expecting to get a tour card at 2029, but at least want to give a good account of myself. See, them two, the first two felt really good, and then I drifted and I pulled my wrist to the left, and that's why I went into the 5s. Do it again then. I am currently at 52 average-ish. So if I have some really good games, I can average upwards of 60, but I say on the most part I am a 52 average. I hit that consistently, and now I'm trying to get up to the 65 plus, and I believe the straight darts is what's going to get me there. Again, I want to preface by saying that I do work on doubles also. I'm not disastrously bad on doubles. I do have my moments where it'll take me like 100 darts to get a double, but my main issue is keeping the straight darts. I am going into the 1s and the 5s way too much, and this is something that I need to correct because this takes a lot of points off your average. Them straight darts, look, right there, 28, that could have been a 60. So these drifts to the left and the right really have an impact on your overall average. Obviously, again, like I just said, I know the scoring part, the finishing part is very important, but I really need to work on getting that straight arm. Another drill that I do is with the scoring side of it is see them darts are terrible. Another scoring drill that I do is I'll do 1 dart each on the 20s, 19s and 18s, because during games you'll often have to switch, and they're the main ones you switch to. So yeah, I do that as well, but for this purpose I'm just going on 20s today. Obviously when I turn this camera off after the 10 minutes, I will be working on other drills as well. But them 3 darts felt really nice. Like the way they left my hand, it was smooth. And that's what I need to replicate. So again, even that last one didn't feel crazy bad. I just felt a slight tug to the right when I was releasing it. That one I did massively, and that one didn't feel good either. So again, it's about analysing these darts, remembering how they feel and remembering how the good ones feel. And that's where the muscle memory comes into it. And that's why I'm trying to do this consistently and try and do this for about an hour a day, just so I'm keeping my arm straight. Because if you can keep it straight on the treble 20s or 20s in general, you can apply the same approach to any segment on the board, whether that be 3s, 19s, 17s. Being able to have a straight dart is possibly the most important thing in the game. And everything else will come as a result of that. If you've got poor technique and you're struggling to throw a straight dart, then the other things are going to be a struggle as well. But I do feel like overall I am getting better. But I've got a long way to go if I'm going to get to the level that I want to get at. And like I say, I'm a very determined person, so I won't stop until I do it. Whether that be 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You will see me on that TV one day. Mark my words on it. Also, if you watch this video and you think that I'm left-handed, I'm not. I'm actually throwing with my right, but it's because I'm using the front-facing camera that it appears as though I'm throwing with my left hand, but I'm not. It's just it's showing the opposite way around on the actual recording. I realised this when I released my second video the other day. See, that last dart felt terrible. Just it left my hand very lazy. It ended up hitting my thumb as it left my hand. And again, it's also about the release. That was a late release. That felt really good. And that felt really good. And that's what I'm trying to build into my muscle memory. The feeling of what a good dart feels like. And then everything else will follow. That was terrible. And again, I've got a reference point on the oche to ensure that I'm taking the same position every time. I'm trying to keep the same stance every time, so it's mainly now about my arm, my upper body side of things, my rotation. And I also find that with me being in my animal room, temporary animal room, it helps me in terms of distractions. I know there's a lot of things going on now with the whistling side of things in darts. I don't think they'd have as much of a problem with me because I play darts whilst listening to my parrots whistling every day, even when I'm playing games. So I've kind of got used to it. I kind of tunnel vision and just lock it all out. But I'm going to try and release videos every day. I may do a doubles one tomorrow or something like that. Just make sure that I'm uploading consistency, because like I said, this is just tracking my journey into becoming a professional dart player. As I've said in a previous video, I don't care about being a darts influencer. I'm not doing this because I want to sell Patreons or any of that crap. I'm just doing this to track my progress so that I can tell people in years to come where I started. And I can also show my son as well if he decides that he wants to start playing the game. He's only 8 months now, so I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but at least it's there. And it's also there as like a case study as well to show the length of time that it takes to get from where I'm at a 52 average to a world-class player. I mean, I've only been playing this game now in terms of consistently and taking it serious probably the last year. I've been in love with darts, I'd say, for the past 15 years. But I really started to play it about a year and 2 months ago, I would say. And the reason I never started playing it sooner than that, even though I've been into darts for 15 years, is because I assumed that, like any other sport, like football for example, it's about being like you have to get scouted by someone to be able to get on TV and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, it's probably going to be too much involved to get into it. Like you need like a lucky break or something like that. So I put my focus into other things. But when I found out about Q School and the fact that if you go to Q School and you win, you will get a tour card. So essentially, it's basically how good you are. It is based on how good you are. If you're good on the day, you can get a tour card and get onto all these TV events, and that's exactly why I started taking it seriously. I said, right, so me getting onto the professional ranks is directly correlated to how good I am. And that's why I started to really focus on practice. And I would say the last, I started at about 30 average, 35 average, and then I got stuck on like a 45 average and didn't move for a long time on that, and I was getting really frustrated. And then the past 6 months I've been focusing on practicing with a purpose, which I didn't do before. Before I would just play games of 501 and get really annoyed when I lost the game and wondering why my average wasn't going up. Again, the thing that goes on right now is people care too much about their average, which I'm again, I do the same thing. I focus a lot on average because I think it is an important element of the game. Like I say, you get someone like James Wade who doesn't have the highest average, but he still wins quite a few games. So it is proof that it isn't just about the average. But I know if you've got an high average and you can finish, 90% of the time you're going to win the game. So that's why I think averages is still quite important, although it's not the be-all and end-all. But yeah, kind of lost track of what I was saying now. But yeah, I think I've been doing this for about 10 minutes now. But yeah, that's my plan. Oh, that was it, yeah. I'm back to my thought. I was just throwing darts at the board, playing 501 and wondering why I wasn't getting any better. And then I had a few lessons off 2 different darts coaches who were ex-pros, and they gave me a lot of tips, things I was doing right, things I was doing wrong, and it really helped. And then the past 6 months, with their advice and starting to structure my practice so that it's more focused and it's got jeopardy involved, I've gone from a 45 average, like really struggling to break that, to now a 52 to 55 average, which I'm quite pleased about, and I've done that in 6 months' time. So the next goal for me is getting it to a 65 average on a consistent basis, and that's why I'm focusing now on alignment, because I still think that I'm seeing too many darts stray. As you've just seen then, I hit the 12. It's happening all too often. When I get a clean, repeatable throw, where I can keep all the darts straight, I think that alone will take me up an extra 10 points in average. Because the amount of garbage darts that I hit, the amount of 45s that I can hit in a whole game is ridiculous. Like that one in the 18s. Yeah, it's a decent score, but I wasn't going for it. So I'm still not happy with that dart. And it's about the darts going where you're intended. Thank you very much. So rude. I'm trying to make a video, guys. Keep it down for 10 minutes. But yeah, I've got to play with this, so I'm used to distractions. very much so. I'll have another 9 darts and then I'll call it a day for this video. Also guys, if you've got any advice for someone that's way better than I am, please comment it and I'll be happy to take the advice. Anything to help would be great. Because I know you shouldn't rush things, but I'd like to get to be a professional as quick as I can. And I'm willing to put the hours in to do it. So if there's anyone out there that's been in this position, can tell me what they did to get better, I'll be very thankful for it. And I'll absolutely take it on board and try and implement it into my ongoing training. Alright, there you go. So yeah, that's the third video of the channel, second video in terms of scoring and practicing my alignment. If you like what I'm doing so far, then please give it a like, subscribe, and I will continue to post just general updates, might even do some shorts. Any advice you have, please send it to me, and yeah, have a great day. Peace out.